How's it? Today is October 15th. It's Friday. It's not a good Friday. It's big for a variety of reasons. I just missed, I think, 5 snatches. Uh, I don't know. It was a lot, and I was not happy in any sense of the way I performed. There's this thing that Steve introduced to me after Monday. So I think I talked about it on Monday. But getting to move under the bar after extension as soon as possible rather than getting the bar higher. So what that looks like is getting maximal extension and then creating as much distance as possible, creating separation under the bar, and it's a lot harder to do than just set. Reason why is because it's sort of like the most athletic you can be in this movement, because you're suddenly changing directions, and that sudden change of direction is what makes an athlete an athlete. And I have an idea of how to do it. I don't quite know the small specifics. Like some of these warm up sets were solid. This one was not. That was a lot better. Like if I'm looking at these things here, you see that was pretty good as well. When I'm looking at them, I'm looking at the sort of time between extension and fixation, and this idea that it shouldn't be like a lumbering or lagging feeling where I pull super high and then I get into position. Rather, as I'm pulling, I'm getting into position. I was able to do it really well. Probably in June, May or June, before I left standard strength. There's a video of me talking about it, where I sort of push myself under the bar once I'm able to. Well, once I get into position to push under the bar, I do that, if that makes sense. So here's my last warm up set. That was pretty good for things I'm looking at today. And then I start at 90, just for going for 3 sets of 1, and I fail quite a bit. Like as far as that goes, that is a good change of direction and speed and everything, but the outcome obviously was not desirable. So I try my best just to fix it, and it just doesn't go the way I want it to every single time. Um, that's one make. Here's another fail. This is gonna be a second fail. Just oh, that's not a fail. I wrote that wrong. That's a make. That's probably the best make I had. So I go to 91 here, and for whatever reason, I mean, I know why I'm kind of overcompensating by pushing forward there. I'm trying my best to get under quickly, and so I'm not quite used to that position overhead, and then I overcompensate forward on that one. Um, but yeah, it's just not a good time. Same thing where I overcompensate because I don't want to lose it behind me. I think that one where I almost lost it behind me. The things I'm working on for today made sense, and they all worked. Here's the last make I had. I don't know what else to say. After that, I moved into my hand clean and jerk. This, I did like 5 or 6 extra attempts at the top weight for clean or for snatches. So when I moved to clean and jerks, I knew I didn't want to be doing this for a whole another hour and a half or whatever it was. So I just did a real quick warm up, so 60, 90, 110, and then 3 sets of 120. And that's all I did. I could have probably went a lot higher for the clean and jerk, but given the amount of effort I put into the snatch, it wasn't the smartest decision for me to push to 125 or 130 or whatever it could have been. And relative, like 120 is just over 90%. If we want to count 130 as my 100% for clean and jerks right now. So like 90 for the snatch, and then 120 for the clean jerk is 90%, and then like 92% or something like that. 91%. I am fairly convinced that this platform is also sort of making my lifts a lot more difficult than they need to be. I'm not blaming them as the reason why I missed all my snatches. Like, every single one of those snatches could have been made if I made the correct adjustment in the moment. I didn't, so I missed all of those snatches. But if this platform were level, I don't think that I would have had those differences, or sorry, those misses from that slight difference in gradient or whatever you want to call it. Here's my last set. Larry's over there doing the freaking reverse hamstring, or reverse, I don't even know what they're called. Reverse back extensions. That clean was a lot harder than it needed to be. First clean today was bad. Second clean was good. Third clean was somewhere in between. All the jerks were pretty okay. That last one was a little bit weird to my right, but I made them all, so that's more than I can really ask for given how bad the snatches went. After that, I moved into some pause front squats. These are kind of a little challenging given what I'm working on. I think one big thing for me is my squat strength is that it sort of fluctuates quite a bit whether or not I am working. So last night I worked, and so like it doesn't feel like I am weaker, but you see here this set at 140 is just really hard. 140 is not a very heavy weight overall, like as far as pause front squats go. I think my best pause front squat is 150 or 155. I don't know. It's a lot more than 140 is. So it doesn't feel like I'm weak. It just feels like I can't front squat a lot. That's a weird thought to think about, but that's how it feels. And then after that, I did like, I forget what, 15% down, and then I think I just rounded to 120. It's 10% of 140 is 126. 5% off of 140 is 7. So yeah, 119-ish or so. Is that how math works? I hope I don't sound like an idiot. After that, I did my pull-ups, 3 sets of 12, and then my my ab exercise. It's just 1 set of windshield wipers, just because I spent too much time at the gym today. Like, I understand that Fridays are a little bit longer than normal, but I spent way too much time on those snatches. I probably should have made a judgment call and just said like, all right, I'm not gonna be able to do 3 today. It's just whatever, and just moved on. But I didn't. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.